afternoon, Windsor. I'm Nicole Van Rybes, and this is the 30 Newscast for Friday, January 23rd. On today's show, we'll be looking at the Detroit Auto Show, a University of Windsor multicultural project, and news from France following the Charlie Hebdo attack. After functioning without a governing body last semester, the newly elected electives of University of Windsor Student Alliance had their first board meeting last night. The 30's Darko Milenkovic reports.
The University of Windsor Student Alliance held its first board meeting for this school year. After the dissolvement of the Executive Council April last year, the UWSA was forced to continue operating without a student government until another election could be held. UWSA President Ronnie Hayter was elected last semester and says the UWSA is excited to finally have another board meeting.
This is, the first chapter of many great board meetings to come, where we're going to tackle a lot of difficult projects and we're going to answer a lot of difficult questions. It's an opportunity for the board of directors to ask questions, to get to know their executives, but it's also an opportunity for the executives to get a strong hold on the procedures of the meeting and how they can work together with the board to get the best possible decisions for the students. It's an opportunity to see and get a real feel for how these meetings are going to go.
For this semester, Hayter says that the UWSA will do all that it can to enhance student life and experience on campus.
The common theme moving forward is doing all that we can to enhance the student experience, but in a way that's transparent and in a way that gauges as much students as possible.
This is Darko Milenkovic for the 30.ca.
The North American International Auto Show wraps up this weekend. The 30 News team traveled to Detroit to see the latest features and models on showcase this year. Jessie Bompiani has that story.
We're here at the 2015 North American International Auto Show in Detroit. With many car manufacturers in attendance, we hope to discover the future of automobiles. With over 70 manufacturers and 500 vehicles in attendance, visitors had the opportunity to take the cars for virtual test drives.
Everyone is having a lot of fun, so they get to drive a concept car and race it.
This year we have a simulator with 3 different demos that you can experience where maybe there's black ice on the road and your car will know to brake instead of getting in an accident.
The future doesn't seem too far away with new features being introduced. This year at the show, safety and efficient driving seem to be the hot topics. Global automotive supplier Denso introduced their smart city concept.
Basically what we're trying to do is ultimately get to a seamless city where, that we won't have the stoplights, no traffic accidents, which also kind of relates to our V2X system.
German manufacturer ZF have started experimenting with various designs and materials.
We make currently a brand new 9-speed automatic transmission that's used in transverse engine vehicles, and it is a very compact and lightweight transmission that has great fuel economy.
The Detroit International Auto Show will wrap up its 26th year running on Sunday, leaving us in 2015 with the thought that the future of automobiles are within our reach. For the 30.ca, I'm Jessie Bompiani.
All Canadian Target stores will be closed by the end of April. After opening up only 2 years ago, the American sales giant will be shutting down all of its 133 stores across the country, and over 17,000 jobs will be lost. More on this story will be on next week's show. The City of Windsor received a big chunk of change this week for hosting Caesars Windsor. The Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation wrote a check for $1.8 million for the October to December payment. These payments are determined by the fee municipalities receive for hosting the facility. We now go to Megan Anderi, who had the opportunity to talk to the 30 reporter Irina Schiller, who is currently on exchange in France.
Hey Megan, how's it going?
Good, Irina. How are you?
Good, pretty good here in France.
What's the atmosphere like in France in general, or tours where you are right now?
People are holding their ground. First weekend I arrived, on Sunday actually they had their first rally, and it was called a manifestation, so the buses had to take detours and everything. It was mimicking the one that was going on in Paris.
What was it like when it was happening?
Well, to be honest, I didn't have Wi-Fi for 4 days, so I was kind of in a blackout. So we were really unaware of what was going on until we decided on Sunday that, hey, let's go into town, and then the bus kept announcing il y a une manifestation qui se déroule, donc on va voir like a detour. So we were like, manifestation, and then we're like, manifestation, what's going on? So then we get there, and it's like, we just see people everywhere.
Are you worried about your safety?
To be honest, no, I'm not. This is a student town. The feelings are strong, but nothing's really happened except for like the rally.
What are people saying about the whole situation?
There hasn't been much talk, but there's been more action kind of thing. Like there's been graffiti that says "Je suis Charlie" all over places. The bus stop, there's always, because the bus stop has like a digital message that keeps going. It keeps saying "Je suis Charlie," like the hashtag. There's posters. Almost every store I walked in had like the sign at the front, "Je suis Charlie." Even some supermarkets are putting "Je suis Charlie" on their receipt. It's just like to keep it subtly there, to keep the idea. Freedom of expression it can be viewed as like a right, but it depends on, you have to learn how to respect and express that right.
Irina will be keeping in contact for the duration of her stay in France, so stay tuned for more updates. Windsor Police may have a larger area to patrol in the near future. The city's police board has made a proposal to take over the town of Amherstburg. If approved by the Amherstburg Police Services, both will be part of a larger regional police service. Expect more on this story next week. And the University of Windsor's Digital Journalism Department has started working on a documentary that explores the multiculturalism of Windsor. They introduced their project at a press conference on Wednesday, and the 30's Jess Kramer has the details.
The University of Windsor's journalism class launched a press conference at the Windsor Star Cafe Wednesday night to expose their semester-long project called The Mosaic, Windsor's Diversity. Special guests such as Mayor Drew Dilkins and MPP Lisa Gretzky spoke about their views on the project and what they think it will bring to the city.
I believe in the Mosaic concept, that we welcome people here. We don't force them to become someone they're not. They bring their culture, they bring their identity, they bring their heritage, they bring their language, they bring all of those things, their religion to Canada, and they set up in a community in Canada, and we all benefit from their experiences, from their history, from those cultures and those languages.
We're a very welcoming city, so I think there's a culture out there that says, you know, come to Windsor and we'll welcome you with open arms, and I think there's many opportunities here for people too.
Such cultures they wish to cover include French, Italian, Asian, Black, Aboriginal, Eastern European, Jewish, Arab, and anything in between. Second-year student Lauren Mastrati says it doesn't matter what ethnic background they come from, so long as they have a story to share and are willing to speak on camera.
Everyone has a different cultural background. They had a life back in their country, so I think it's really interesting to find out what's the reason that led them to move here, and it's our duty as journalists.
Project leader Marty Gervais says he thinks it will be successful because of Windsor's friendly and welcoming atmosphere. For more information on the project and how to get in contact with the students, visit the30.ca. The students are excited to make a splash in the multicultural community, and hopefully by the end of this semester, they will have a documentary worth sharing. For the30.ca, this is Jess Kramer.
Now turning to sports, the UWSA kicked off the winter semester by hosting a Border City wrestling event this past Tuesday. Students, faculty, and community members filled the CAW Commons for the 3-hour event.
I'm here at the CAW for the first time in 10 years. Pro wrestling has come to the University of Windsor. The UWSA has held the event and has been live since 7 o'clock.
Border City Wrestling is an independent professional wrestling promotion that was founded in 1994, based out of Windsor, Ontario. UWSA teamed up with Border City Wrestling and held a 3-hour event which displayed 7 different matchups, including headliner and former WWE wrestler Rhino, and the BCW Can-Am heavyweight matchup this Tuesday. Muhammad Akbar had the initial vision to bring Border City Wrestling back to Windsor for its first time in over 10 years.
First of all, this is the first time this event has happened in over 12 years at the University of Windsor. An event like this with professional wrestling. It's a capacity crowd. It's free, so we weren't selling tickets, but if we were selling tickets, this would be a sellout. There's over 300 people in there, even more than that. Those are just rough estimates. So it's been an absolutely incredible group of students coming together from all areas. There's students from pretty much every faculty. It is clearly a community event that really brought out a lot of people, and that's very impressive.
While some wrestlers have been doing this for years, there were others who were fresh in the industry, and the Windsor crowd was their largest audience.
This is more than I'm used to. Back home, I'm from Indiana, and so around the Midwest, it depends on where you go, but this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
From the crowd members who have been watching wrestling from a young age to the ones who are just beginning, it was an atmosphere that appealed to a wide range of viewers.
Ever since I was about 5 years old, I've been watching wrestling, and I saw it was a free show tonight, and I had to wear my Ultimate Warrior t-shirt. I had to come see Rhino. I've been watching him since I was about 6, 7 years old, but couldn't stop myself from coming and watching tonight.
As the event comes to a close, it was a great success for the UWSA as the Border City Wrestling brought out many members from the community and also the students. I'm Scott McEwen for the 30 News.
In university sports, the dominant women's basketball team suffered their first loss last weekend to Laurier for the first time since November 2013. They look to bounce back this weekend with a doubleheader at home against Carleton Ravens and the Ottawa GGs. The men's team will be playing directly following the women. The track and field team heads to Ohio on Friday for the Findlay Classic. And moving on to hockey, the 11-8-1 women's hockey team will take on the York in Toronto on Sunday at 2 p.m. and the men's team will travel to St. Catharines at Waterloo in hopes of continuing their 3-game winning streak. In entertainment news, this weekend provides an excellent opportunity for fans of live music to catch performances from local bands. Indie rockers Silent Movie Type are releasing their new album, Crickets, at City Cyclery in Walkerville with the help of veteran punks Orphan Choir. Ben Andrus, head of Blacktop Records, will be visiting the Dominion House in hopes of finding new talent to sign. This showcase will include Sierra Slave, John the Noise, Black Eyed Susan, and more. And finally, on Saturday night, hardcore outfit Days Fade will be releasing their new record, Decade, which celebrates the band's 10-year anniversary. Joining them will be Monolith, Antagonizer, Revolter, and Exit Life. Thanks for joining us today for the 30 Newscast. We'll be back in 2 weeks with more updates and local news. I'm Nicole Van Rebes. Have a good day, Windsor.